When I first set out as an activist, if you like, even as a relatively young member of Parliament, the injustice that I was faced with in my generation was economic inequality. It was very serious, very real. We struggled for that. But during the course of my life, social democracy evolved to include Indigenous peoples, to include women's rights, to include racialized minorities who have suffered, to include, most recently of all, perhaps the environment. So there's a very broad movement to build a more just, indeed exciting and positive country for everybody. The point of these 6 principles is to illustrate what social democracy is all about. These are all values, core values that are social democratic, but they happen to be values I think most Canadians believe in as well. Social democracy is that political philosophy that emerged after World War II. And following the Great Depression, it was discovered that as important as political and civil rights are, like the right to vote and the right to protest, they're not adequate for human existence. Political and civil rights are profoundly important, but they ultimately don't mean a lot to a citizen if the citizen doesn't have health, if the citizen doesn't have basic education, if the citizen doesn't have the right to look forward to an adequate retirement because he or she has a pension. So these social and economic rights provide a foundation for a citizen to exercise his or her political and civil rights. I got motivated to become a social democrat because of my roots basically in Oshawa, which was a big union town where I saw the effects of a trade union movement on people's lives very positively. Good examples of how social democrats have made life better for Canadians is workers' rights in general across the country, health care for sure, and in terms of Indigenous peoples, the Charter of Rights and Freedoms, Section 35, we struggled to get in and we did. So these were key battles that were fought, democratically fought, and won for all Canadians by social democrats. The principles can be very important if they remind us not simply of where we've been as social democrats, but where we want to go. So it's a social democratic approach that takes into account social and economic conditions of Canadians that is required right now. It's that only a social democratic movement can help rebuild a just Canada.